Hi Bold Bakers, you have seen me make over 100 mug meals, so you know by now that they are easy, single serving recipes that take no time at all. Right now I'm going to share 5 brand new recipes with you that you can make ahead so you have one to eat every day of the week. So let's get started. So I've got some exciting news. Today is the launch of my Mug Meals month. Every day in September, I'm going to be launching a mug recipe on my social media. So make sure that you're following me on Instagram and on Facebook so you do not miss out on any of my recipes. Also, stay tuned to the end of this video and find out how you can get my Mug Meals ebook for free. Okay, now let's get started with my first make ahead recipe, which is quiche in a mug. So you're probably wondering, how do you make a quiche in a mug? Well, it is really simple, and we're going to start out by making the crust. So into a microwavable mug, we're going to add in our flour, baking powder, baking soda and salt, and stir these all together with a fork. Now, as always, the recipes for these mugs can be found on biggerbolderbaking.com, and also don't forget to tap that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. Okay, this is looking good. Now into our dry mix, we're going to add in our liquid. So here I have some milk and a little bit of olive oil, and then go back in with your fork and you just want to mix this together until it forms a batter. This is the crust for our quiche. Okay, perfect. So now for the egg. Now this takes a little bit of skill. All you want to do is crack an egg on top of there, straight onto our base. Add in a little bit more milk. You can also use water. And then I'm going to add in some flavor. So here I have some grated cheese, so sprinkle that in there. And then I have some lovely cooked ham. Now if you don't eat ham, don't worry about it. You can totally just leave this out, or you can add in a different vegetable, whatever you like. So now here is the trick. Stir this egg mix all together without disturbing the crust. You want to just leave it where it is. We're just stirring together the egg, the milk, and all of those mix-ins. Lovely, because at the end of the day, we want to end up with 2 layers, crust and egg. Perfect. So here we have the perfect make ahead breakfast or lunch, loaded with protein. It is a full meal. So all you want to do is just wrap this in cling wrap, nice and tight, and then pop him in the fridge, and he will live happily in there for 2 days. And then just pop him in the microwave whenever you want him. So when you're feeling peckish and you're ready to eat your quiche, pop it into the microwave for roughly 1.5 to 2 minutes. So the timing I give for my mug meals is based on my microwave, which is 1200 watts. So check the wattage of your microwave because your cook time may vary. So I know you can't smell this, but trust me, it smells amazing. Oh my gosh. So now you know when this is cooked, when it's firm on top and there's no more wet egg. So now I'm simply going to garnish this guy with a few scallions on top because that's all it needs. Oh, this quiche looks simply delicious. So it might be kind of hard to fathom what a quiche in a mug tastes like. It has that soft crust, it's kind of bready, and then the egg and the cheese on top. You're gonna love it. So if you're anything like me, you love pasta. But when you cook it off for yourself, you cook way too much, and then I eat it all. So here is a perfect way to make a single serving pasta dish. I'm gonna show you how you can make ahead a delicious fettuccine Alfredo. So for this mug meal, you want to cook your pasta in advance, which you can totally do in the microwave. I've done it before in a previous video for mac and cheese. All you do is pour water over your pasta, pop it into the microwave and cook it until your noodles are tender, and then drain off the water. So here's my fettuccine, nice and warm. Now let's make our sauce. Into your mug, add in butter, cream, parmesan, ground pepper, and garlic powder, and then mix it all together with a fork. Now, if you don't have garlic powder, you can always use fresh garlic. That will taste really good too. Now, you've probably noticed that this mug meal is not for the faint of heart. I would say maybe keep this for a Thursday, Friday kind of treat meal. That's what I would do anyway. So there you go, all the pasta is coated. Now we have a meal ready to go. All you have to do is pop it into the microwave for a few seconds and heat up all those ingredients and form that sauce. So just cover it in cling wrap, and then you can leave this in the fridge for up to 2 days. Okay, so it's pasta time. Remove your cling wrap and then pop this guy into the microwave. So all you're doing here is heating to create that sauce and melt the cheese. So you want to cook it for roughly 1.5 to 2 minutes. So I can smell garlic in the air, so I'm pretty sure our fettuccine is done. So once your microwave dings, go ahead and get a fork and stir up your pasta. And you'll see that sauce that we created, the cream, the melted cheese. Man. This has my name written all over it. Just check that out. Amazing. So you just want to garnish this with a few fresh herbs and enjoy straight away. I've been dying to try this. Okay, just as I suspected, this mug might have to come with a warning because it is absolutely delicious, and once you make it, you're not going to want to stop. Yum. Okay, let's go see what other mugs we can make in advance. So our next mug recipe is a little treat for yourself to have midweek, just to keep you going until the weekend. It is a make ahead sponge cake. So as always, we're going to start out in a microwavable mug. So into this, we're going to add in our butter. Now you want to pop this in the microwave and let it melt for around 20 seconds. Then when your butter is melted, go ahead and add in your egg, sugar, vanilla extract, and a little bit of almond extract. Now don't worry, if you don't have extracts, you can always leave it out, but they just do add a lovely flavor to your little cake. Then all you want to do is take a fork and then mix them all together. So into this, we're going to add in some flour, baking powder, and a little pinch of salt. And then go back in with your fork and mix it together until it forms a batter and there's no more lumps. So this is looking good, our batter has come together. Now I'm going to take some cling wrap, cover him over nice and snug, and pop this guy in the fridge. Now he can be made 24 hours in advance, but you know what, you're probably going to eat him by that stage anyway. So you know at that time of the day when you feel like something a little bit sweet, go ahead and remove the cling wrap from your mug cake and then pop it into the microwave. So cook your mug cake for roughly a minute to a minute and 30 seconds or until it's firm on top. Oh man, my cake is done and just look at how big it got. This is mug cake perfection. Check this guy out. He's nice and big, and at the top, he's nice and firm. There's no wet cake. That means he's perfectly cooked. I like to top mine off with some freshly whipped cream, just a few seasonal berries, and a light dusting of icing sugar on top. I don't know if it's nostalgia, but there's something so simple about a sponge cake with berries and cream. You're gonna like this one. Let's move on to our next mug. So I'm really excited about this next mug meal because it is loaded with protein and fiber. It is a make-ahead vegetarian chili in a mug. So now this mug meal could not be simpler. Literally put everything into your mug and stir, and you're done. So into our mug, add in your onion, carrots, sweet corn, kidney beans, and tomato sauce. And then for flavor, add in chipotle powder and some cumin. And then simply stir it all together. Go ahead and wrap your chili in cling wrap. And then just pop this guy into the fridge and he'll be totally fine in there for up to 2 days. So now as fast as the chili was to make, it's even quicker to cook. So pop it into the microwave until it's nice and hot for roughly 1.5 to 2.5 minutes. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing this smells, but we are going to top this guy off like you would a traditional chili. We're going to add on some sour cream, a little bit of cheese, and then some avocado on top. So I have to admit, this is a pretty legit looking chili. Check that out. But I'm not going to fill up on this guy because next I've got dessert coming. So now this next recipe I am always getting inundated with requests for, and this is my first time ever making it, so I thought why not make it in a mug. It's a microwave Mug Blondie. Into your mug, add in your butter. Then pop it into the microwave for a few seconds until it's melted. Into your butter, add in your sugar, vanilla extract, and milk. And then stir these all together. Into this, add in your flour, baking powder, and salt. And then stir together to form a batter. So now no blondie would be complete without a few little delicious add-ins. So I'm going to toss in some white chocolate chips and some chopped up caramels. Now these are optional, you can leave them out, but you add them in there and it's going to take this blondie to a whole other level. And then just simply stir those guys in. I have to say, I think this blondie in a mug is going to be a new fan favorite. So then all you want to do is just cover this guy in cling wrap and then pop him into your fridge for up to 2 to 3 days. So when I want my dessert, I want it fast. So luckily this little blondie only takes roughly 1 minute to 1.20 minutes to cook. So this is the first time I've made a blondie in a mug and it smells amazing in here. So I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good one. So I know I only had to wait a minute, but this is finally done and it looks way better than I expected. It's all caramelly and melty, and the little bit of salt that we put in there is going to taste so amazing. Now I'm going to garnish this guy with a little scoop of vanilla ice cream and a little drizzle of caramel sauce. Okay, this is what I've been waiting for. It's still warm. Oh, there's a lovely taste of caramel and the salt that we put in there. Oh my gosh, this is a serious blondie in a mug. I know you're going to love it. Whether you're looking for a snack on the go or even a quick meal, something sweet or something savory, there is definitely a mug recipe here for you. Now for a limited time, you can download my Mug Meals ebook for free. Just tap this link and it'll take you to the new Gemma's Mug Meals page on biggerbolderbaking.com. When you're there, tap on this button, enter your information, and I will send you my ebook for free. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you back here really soon for more Bigger, Bolder Baking.